In the last class, we learned that there are benefits for effective communication, and we also saw a picture that showed one-way and two-way communications. Now, today, let's learn about the communication methods. You can communicate with different stakeholders in a business in four ways: oral communication, written communication, electronic communication, and visual communication. And each method has its own advantages and disadvantages. Let's look at them one by one. Oral communication. It means communication using spoken words, example, meetings, telephone calls, etc. It is two-way communication. It provides opportunity for feedback. The two-way communication always has an opportunity for feedback. These are some of the advantages. Most appropriate method if something needs to be discussed. There is a personal contact between sender and receiver in oral communication. Language used can be altered according to the needs of the receiver. That's also an advantage. However, there are disadvantages. You cannot maintain a permanent record of oral communication. Receiver might not be listening in oral communication. Receiver may not hear the message correctly due to noise in the background. So these are some of the disadvantages. The next is written communication. The main forms are letter, memorandum, agenda, minutes, job description, purchase order, invoice, company magazines, etc. The advantages are it provides a permanent record. Written communication always maintains a permanent record. It can be used by receiver more than once. If you have not understood the message, you can go through it more and more times, any number of times. It can be sent to multiple people. But the disadvantage, or it can also act as an advantage sometimes, the message cannot be changed. And there is no personal contact. That's a disadvantage. There is no personal contact in a written communication. Feedback is slow. It takes time for the feedback to arrive. Language may be complex to understand, or the message may be too long. That's a disadvantage. It's time consuming for the sender and the receiver. Both alike, sender and receiver, finds it time consuming. The next method is electronic communication. Examples are emails, fax, text messaging, and video conferencing. It's much faster than traditional methods. That's an advantage. Messages received instantly. That's an advantage. Video conferencing has reduced the need for people to travel, saving time and cost. That's also an advantage. E-commerce or electronic commerce, that's buying and selling online, has helped businesses to sell their products in a global market. Emails can be sent to multiple addresses at the same time. It provides a written record and it can be viewed multiple times. These are all advantages of electronic communication. However, there are disadvantages too. Equipment and software are expensive and not everyone may have access to it. There is no personal contact except in video conferencing. Risk of message reaching the wrong people is there in electronic communication. The next one is visual communication. That's using charts, graphs, diagrams, pictures, photographs, TV advertisements, etc. to communicate with internal and external stakeholders. Difficult concepts can be easily explained. It creates an interest and grabs the attention of the receiver. That's the second advantage. It's easier to remember visual messages. Another advantage. However, some details might be lost. That's a disadvantage. Different receivers may interpret the information in different ways. That's pretty obvious because if you see a picture, for example, the way different people interpret the picture may be in different ways. So that's a disadvantage of visual communication. We'll stop here and continue in the next class. Thanks for watching.